Hi there, Lewis from the Marseille View, which is an English-speaking podcast on l'Olympique de Marseille. I'll just be previewing the upcoming fixture away at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this upcoming week to kick off the Champions League. And I'll give you a little bit of a tactical insight, formation stuff, players to look out for, and maybe a score prediction at the end. So Marseille started out the season really well. We've won 5 of our first 6, currently sitting top of the league, waiting for Paris and Lens's games. And the overall feeling at the club is a positive one. It started with a bit of uncertainty when Jorge Sampaoli, the manager who qualified us in the Champions League in the first place, left unexpectedly after a week at the transfer window, deeming our transfer policy to not be in line with his expectations. And so we were taken over by a man called Igor Tudor, who we didn't know at the time, as he was a manager over in Hellas Verona in Italy and was an assistant under Pirlo's Juventus. And our style of play radically changed at that point. We went from being a high possession, slow build-up team to a more direct, high-intensity, high-pressure team under Tudor. We rely heavily on our wingbacks in Nuno Tavares and Jonathan Klaus. Nuno Tavares, obviously the Arsenal loanee, who Tottenham fans will know, and Jonathan Klaus, French international right back, two-footed, really interesting player. Dimitri Payet's recent inclusion in the squad has allowed for a bit more creativity up the middle, and his usual partnership with Alexis Sanchez is unfortunately not going to be put to the test against Tottenham, as he's suspended for the first game of the Champions League. I'd say what unites this team across the board are high activity rates, starting with Matteo Guendouzi leading the press from a slightly more advanced midfield position from his Arsenal days, and Valentin Rongier, who's a really interesting ball-winning French midfielder playing just behind him. Now, I don't think we've truly been tested yet. We haven't come up against any big opposition, and this will certainly be our first big test of the season, especially seeing as we play a really, really high, aggressive line, and there's loads of space in behind. So the likes of Kulusevski, Kane, and Son might be able to attack those positions in a way that we haven't seen yet this season. On the flip side, if our press is really successful, which it has been so far, it can really be suffocating and lead to really clear-cut chances in really interesting positions. Overall, our team lacks Champions League experience. To simply put it, only 3 of our players have more than 20 Champions League games under their belt. Alexis Sanchez, Dimitri Payet, and Chancel Mbemba, the former Porto player. And our team is relatively young, around 25 years old on average. So looking ahead to our predicted lineups, I would expect our usual 3-4-2-1 with Pau Lopez in goal, former Tottenham player Pau Lopez. I think he was on loan there for one season but didn't play an official game. With Mbemba, Eric Bailly, and Balerdi as our back 3, Klaus and Tavares as our wing backs, and Rongier and Veretout up the middle in the midfield in the double pivot. Just ahead of them, playing in sort of advanced midfield roles, Matteo Guendouzi will certainly be there. Payet picked up a knock last week and didn't play this weekend against Auxerre, so he might not be available, in which case Cengiz Under would potentially take his place. Alexis Sanchez is unfortunately also out, suspended, picking up a previous suspension for the first game of the Champions League. And so I would expect Luis Suarez, not the former Liverpool player, the Colombian Luis Suarez, to take his place. I know it may not sound it, but I am really enthusiastic about this game. Don't let my deep voice and mellow tone deceive you. I'll be at the game, and I'm expecting, first 30 minutes of suffocating press, hopefully suffocating press, and for Marseille to pick up a goal. I think my final score prediction would still be 2-1 for Tottenham. I think just based on years of watching our team and seeing what we do against other European top clubs. But I think it might be a really interesting match, and certainly one that could be full of surprises. If there's one thing to expect from Marseille, it's the unexpected, and we could be a real challenge, real opposition. I know that many Tottenham fans may not be as excited about this game as you would have been against a Real Madrid or another, Bayern type team. But I think you might be pleasantly surprised. So yeah, enjoy the Chris Waddle derby, and we're hoping for loads of goals. I don't think that we're gonna keep up our run of clean sheets that we've been keeping recently. So it'll be an exciting game. See you at the stadium.